Hi, it's Aston. Today we are going to do an in-depth video review and tutorial on Outscraper Google Maps Data Scraper. And before that, let's quickly take the 1-minute summary of this tool. Okay, let me get started. First, it is a cloud-based Google Maps data scraper that allows you to extract local business contact with advanced search parameters and filters from Google Maps, and you can export this data into CSV, XLS, Excel file, Parquet and JSON file format. Now let's quickly take the pros look. Cloud based, so no need to worry about proxies. Very easy and very fast web app. Advanced scraping options are available. Advanced filtering options are available. You can enrich data with email address, social media information, Trustpilot information, WhatsApp number, extra phone numbers and a whole lot more. Ability to export in multiple formats, and all the data from GMB are able to extract. In-depth guide and help page. Now cons: no unlimited scraping, it's credit based. Speed of scraping is highly dependent on their server. Enrichment data cost extra money. Okay, that is my 1-minute quick review of this particular software. This is something I am trying it out new. So if you like this approach, do let me know in the comments. Now let me go in depth on what this software does and what it is about. First, it is a Google Maps data scraper. It is basically a way of extracting local business information on Google. Essentially, you are going into Google, maps.google.com, searching for some keyword with set of filters and option, and scraping all the data. These are really good, especially if you are looking into lead generation or trying to reach out local business on specific area, or you are a digital agency trying to scrape information. There are so much use cases around it, and Google Maps is a really gold mine of information on lead generation. But the problem arises is like how we can scrape these results, because there are a couple of issues when we think of it. One, Google is very strict on web scraping. So as soon as they try to detect some issues with your scraping, you are not acting like human, or you are querying so many results, they will hit you up with captcha results and everything. So you need to fill captcha. Sometimes when you keep on doing that, the captchas are will be becoming very harder, and also it's not really a time effective solution as well, because you go into Google Maps, search for a web business, you get a list of results, get back to you, you go into each one, copy the data you want, put it into a file. So it's a hectic process. So one hectic process. Very you need proxies. You need to set up residential proxies, because Google will know if your proxies are coming from a data center. So you need to be aware of that. Also, you need to have proxies which pass Google automation and everything. That is why Outscraper Google Data Map Scraper exists, because it is a cloud-based solution similar to Phantom Buster and also TextAU, which we add all this. Basically, it is a cloud-based solution which helps you to scrape Google business listing based on your advanced search parameters and the filters you set, and it also helps you to enrich those data with a lot more information which you might need in lead generation, and finally export those results into multiple different formats such as CSV, XLSX, Parquet and JSON file. Parquet, I was not aware of it. I searched on net and found out it was a similar open source solution to open a data file on that. So these are the export options they are giving out. Okay, now let me go into depth and show you what this software can do and how you can start using it. Basically, I am logged into outscraper.com, and it is where this software exists. There is a great deal going around. I will leave the link in the description. So if you are interested in, after seeing this video, you can check it out. It is a really neat, simple but very powerful interface. Everything you need is available within one page itself. I really like this interface because it was very swift when I was handling, and you can see throughout watching this video also. First, they give certain links for us in order to learn more about it, with pricing option, API docs if I want to use this service via any of your software or third-party endpoint, product page, tutorial, video tutorial. They do have one video tutorial which was really good. I learned about this software after watching that video, and tutorial documentation also good. They have very in-depth long one-page content on tutorial on what this does. Okay, without further ado, now let me go one by one. Straight away we have this category, but we do have a upload section here. As I mentioned, you can enrich data from thing. I will explain that in bit later. First, let us take a look into this. First, you can search with a category. For example, they are saying that you can either search by clicking here, and they have a huge list of business services and everything, and you are not just limited to select one. You can select multiple different category as you wish. You can just scroll and select it, or you can search it here. For example, let me see food, and it's really swift also. I hope you can notice it. For example, as I type, you can see how fast it is getting, giving me all the different ideas. This So you can search into it, and these little info tags give you really good description on what it does also. So you can select what is the businesses you want to scrape, or they are giving you some example. You can see, like, rather than giving you this option also, you can select a pre-default with 250 top, 500 with all the different businesses and everything. I'm not sure why you want to go with that deep. I always like to be very focused when I'm scraping for my lead generation. So now let's see what are the features available for us. Like, you can search for it. We already saw it. We have a predefined sample list here and all possible category. Like, when I click that, it will fill up with all the categories. And if you click here, like, if you're unable to search what are the categories here available here, because we can't use Control F and search what are the things available, we can extract it, or they have done it for us. Like, if I open up this particular link in a new disk window, you can see they have created a web page with Google Business category, and you can either download this with counts on how many data it was found with the Excel file, or you can just scroll down and see all the different options available for you. I really like this resource, to be honest. So without further ado, we are going to give one example, maybe accountant. You can select as you want, and as soon as you click on that, you get the next option, which is custom categories or exact match. This is something if you want. Like, if you click on custom categories, you can enter custom categories as you want. You can put keywords here and it can try to search through that. Plain queries is like, if you put directly into these kind of example, this is also a way to scrape with that. I haven't tried this particular way of scraping it. I have tried both custom categories and I have tried this as well. Then you have exact match. This is important because sometimes you try to put a keyword here, and when you try to run this and when you see the data, which I did, you will start to seeing, even though I put accountant into that, I will get some unrelated business type also, and I might be wondering why this is happening. And when I go into maps.google also, when I put into that, sometimes what Google does it, even though if it's not related directly to my target type, it automatically thinks even this might be a useful information or useful business for me, so it might suggest you that option as well. So that is the reason, even though if you are not putting something here, that will come into that particular Excel sheet. But as for me, I don't want to that. I don't want any personalization. I don't want any unnecessary information. That's where I can choose this exact match, and when I do that, it will automatically start working with this. I will show you on later stage how we can use this to make sure that we get all the results accurately as possible. Now we have the location filter here. For example, you can see it is automatically selected so many states here. We have the option to select by country here. For example, pretty much all the countries listed out here. But you are not just limited to country, because we know, like, we are handling with local businesses. There is no point if you are scraping on a country level or even state level or even a city level. We want the data to be very focused if we are looking for that particular information, and this software does that really well. For example, I'm going into a country called, because I'm in India, so I'm going into Indian country, and inside that also you can see delete this all the selected option. I'm now in India. It is giving me all the states of my country, and within that state also I can scroll through it, and it's giving me all the cities inside that particular states. And if I do another one, I'm getting zip code option within that city itself. So you can see the level of depth of a location specific I can go. Not just I'm able to scrape the country, I'm able to scrape statewide, I'm able to scrape citywide, and I'm able to scrape even the zip codes within the city itself to a particular suburb or something like that. So that level of option is available for me. Now let us say, for example, for me, I want to scrape all the listing within Coimbatore. I selected that. So I have set up my location as India and the target city here. Here also I can make use of custom locations if I want. If I have a list of custom location on, it's showing me the format city, zip plus country. It gives me the option on how to properly format that. Or if you have a list of zip codes you want to use personally, you can just give those zip code and use this option as well. So I'm not going to do that here. Next, we have number of results we want. For example, when you put this into 0, based on my combination here and filter option, it will try to get all the data it can from here itself. But make sure if you are not putting very specific information here, when you put 0, you might end up using a lot of credits more than you wanted. But when you click on get data, I really like the fact that it will show a pop-up first showing me likelihood of how many it will scrape, how many of credits it will consume. All the details will be shown to you. I really like that fact. So it almost like double checking before we go forward. So in this case, for the demo purpose of this video, I'm just going to put 20 here as an example. And now I get several options here. If I want to enrich with the data here, I will get this option, because without the enrichment service it won't be able to find email addresses. It might not be listed on Google business listing. And delete duplicate email also. For example, when you see here enrich with other services, so when I click on that, we have several enrichment options available. One, we have email and contact scraper, where it is an additional payment to what you will be paying with Google Data Map Scraper. You can use that Google data map scraper as it is, but you won't get these details with it. For example, won't be able to find additional email addresses, social link, phones from domains in seconds. So you can use another tool after you scrape the data to get that data, or you can use it here itself. And they are giving, for the first 500 domain, they are giving it almost like free. After that, it is also a very nominal fee if you want to use these services in case you want. If I select this, then this option will come available for me, because it shows that I don't want any listing after it didn't find any emails. Let's say, for example, I don't want those entries. I only want the entries with email, so I can export into a cold outreach platform and start using it. So if you want to do something like that, you can do that. And you can say delete email duplicate also options, those are available here as well. So the other data enrichment services available are company insight, like company details such as revenue size, founding year, public status, and more. Phone numbers, return phone numbers carry a data, validating phones, ensuring messages deliverability. WhatsApp checker, check whether phone is connected to WhatsApp services. Trustpilot scraper, allowing you to scrape data from list of businesses. Yellow pages search scraper. So these options are also available here. For in this example, I'm just going to use just email contact scraper. I don't want to delete any entry, but I just, in case if you found any emails, return them to me. So I have just chosen one here, but you can select multiple also as you want. For example, I want to be contact scraper and also verifier of those email also. So I'm going to select 2 here just for example. Now I'm going to open up this advanced parameter, and since I have selected exact match here, it automatically added this filter for me. For example, if I untick that, it will go away. If I tick that, it will come again here. So it makes sure that the subtype of the business should contain accountant, that is a must. So I will get the most accurate results on my search. Then I'm going to click on add here. Not only I can filter it, but by one filter I can choose multiple other filter option also available. For example, I have subtype option where I can select subtype and make sure that it contains this word, not blank, all the basic stuff, you can understand it. For example, postal code option is available, like contain and not containing, business status, contains verified, is it verified or not, site, phone, rating, city, all these data are here. I'm not going to do any of that, but if you want to have that level of deep customization, you can go ahead and try that as well. Next we have the language. Like, I don't know what is the use of changing this. Maybe the Excel spreadsheet will be titled differently on the column names, but I leave it out as English for my personally. And places per one search query. For example, if I hover over it, this parameter specifies the limits of organization to take from one query search. It shows various queries have different amount of search results returned to that, and it's asking on what is the data. For example, you can click on this article and it will automatically show you what kind of example on this as well if you are looking for that. I'm just going to keep that as default, and I'm going to leave the duplicate also, because sometimes it will give you same business twice. If they are in more than two categories, they will treat it as two different listing when it's on Google Map. So you might end up with duplicate businesses, which I want to delete because I don't want that. Next we have other parameter where basically it's asking, now you have set up the scraping stuff, now how you want to export that data. Like, it's asking like preferred contact. When you are scraping, since I have selected email enricher, so based on the service you select, you will get additional options here. Who are your preferred contacts? Like, if they find a lot of email address for that particular domain name, what are your most preferred type of email would you like to get? So you might try to get that email. If not, you might get a different email. I'm just going to keep it as all here. And what kind of extension for output you want, you select it here. Basically I'm going to keep it as Excel file, and it automatically added a task tag for me. You can create a different tag if you want. You can see I have created a different tag to test out this purpose, so I can choose that also. And here by default, when it was exporting the data, it will give you all the data with this particular all these columns. So it will try to find data from your scrape and fill all these columns for you. But let's say, for example, you don't want all of these columns, you just want several of these options, you can select that as well. But I would prefer if they are given a save option, so I don't need to do this again and again if I only looking for a certain number of columns interested in my date. So here it is going to be returning all that. Now once I am confirming everything is done, sorry, I forgot to show this. Like, you can scrape here, but let's say, for example, you don't want to scrape, you already have a list of scraped result. Make sure that they are in the same format by clicking on this article and upload this, and you can use this enrich feature here for that particular option. So you are now not only able to scrape and enrich the data, if you already have the data also, you can use this particular software to enrich that data for you. Now when I click on get data, now it is going to do a quick processing. Like, it's going to show me what are the summary of this web scrape is going to be. Let me wait for it. Okay, you can see now it came up with a basic result. It took me around 1 minute, I guess, 1 minute or so. Basically it's saying that I'm going to process the following query: accountant, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, India, and it is hyperlinking that page. So I can, before even proceeding, I can open up this link and I can make sure that I am getting the accurate results which I want. I can make sure that it is showing me all the results I specifically want, so I can make sure to double check it. It is a really good practice, to be honest. So it is also showing me that recommended to open and check it also. and it's giving me estimate like finish in 10 to 30 minutes. I found this estimation to be inaccurate sometimes. I think maybe depending on the speed of the server. I even found some are reporting it to be slow, some are really fast. So I would say that it is depending on their server speed. Like if they are everyone is scraping at the same time, maybe it might be slow, but other times it might be fast, depending on your queries. And I'm pretty sure this is not going to take so much of time because I'm just scraping 20 results here, so it is showing me a very rough estimate here. So I'm going to click on confirm, and the time is right now is 7:07. So I'm going to show you after how much time elapsed it was able to finish it. I'm going to click on the task page so you can see how it is going to be looking like. You can see I did a demo before this video also to showcase you, and you can see the status showing it this task is running. We need to wait now and let's see how the results looks like. Okay, the work is finished. I started at 7:07. It finished on 7:07. Basically, it took around 2 to 3 minutes, I guess. And you can see it is showing me the success status, and it giving me option to download. Basically, it's showing me usage was 20. Ignored because it didn't fit my exact match on what are the things I wanted to have. So a 21 email validated for 8 emails. It found 8 emails and it validated that. I can rerun this option. I can use this as a template for my next scraping project also, so that is available. We have the option to basically clicking here and making it as a task scheduler, so every time it will keep on running. And we have this link where the public link to the task is copied. So let me see how it will look like in a private window. Okay, so this is how will look like if I want to, let's say for example, share this as a service to someone, and it shows that created at what region and what it was the enrichment service, and it is allowing someone to download this without logging into the platform and downloading it. Maybe if you are giving this data to a VA virtual assistant, this is a good option, so you don't give them the login details for this account, rather than you can just share this option to download to them, and you have a delete option. I'm going to download this data and see how it will look like for me. So I'm downloading this in an Excel file, and you can see it is also opening up this in a live Office view. I'm not sure this is their features or my Edge browser feature. I'm going to open up this data in the Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to resize the Excel so you can see within my recording screen area itself. And I got the query first, which I did, and it automatically scraped the name of the business listing. You can see if it found any website, it is showing me that data. Type of business listing is shown me. Subtype options are showing me here. Category, phone number, address of the business, borough option, street, city, postal code, state. If it's a US state, I guess this will be also filled. Country, country code, latitude, longitude, time zone, plus code. I'm not sure what is that. Area service, rating, number of reviews that business have, review link. So if you are giving some online review management service, you can ideally target businesses who have really low amount of reviews. Review tags, these are not filled. Review scores, like what is the review are given. I think this is review 1. How many people have given 1-star review for that? Again, if you are doing online reputation management, you can possibly, like, if the business has so many 1-star reviews, you can reach out to them and try to get them on a best positive reviews services. So this will be 3-star rating, this will be 4-star ratings, this will be 5-star ratings. Photos count, like how many businesses have how many photos within their business listing. Photo link also given here, a link. Street view, if it has a street view link, that is also showing here. Located in results, that is not filled. Working hours, so the schedule of each business is given here in a JSON format for you. And working hours old format. So they do give two types of working hours format for you. Then other hours, popular time, business status, whether it's operational or I guess closed or temporarily closed or permanently closed, something like that. About, so if they have about details filled out, range, post, logo link, description, typical time, is it a verified or not. For example, if you see false, these businesses are not verified. So if you are a Google business analyst, you can possibly try to reach out to these leads and try to get them verified as a service for you. Owner ID, this is just for internal preference. Owner title, again we have owner link, reservation link, appointment link, menu link. You can see how much data it is scraping. Order link, location link, place ID, Google ID, CID, reviews ID, located Google ID. What else? Now we are getting enrichment data which we selected. The emails it was found, whether it's a valid email or invalid. For example, it did find an email for us, but it was an invalid email, so it shows that. And validation format, like first validation format, blacklist, whether it was in a blacklist or not, whether it had a valid DNS or not, whether it has a valid SMT or not. Then we have full name, it found, if it found more than one email also, it is showing me those emails as well. And validation for that email now comes again. Let me scroll down to see what else we get. So after all the three validation, find up to 3 email, it goes into phone number. Right now it is able to find phone number, then goes to find if I found any social media pages for that. So you can see it did find a couple of social media, maybe others are not linked to Google business or it was unable to find that. So that is how easy and how you can use Outscraper, for example. In conclusion, it is a cloud-based solution with easy to use way of scraping local businesses. The cloud-based system has its pros and cons in my view, because it is a very fast. You don't need to worry about proxies and everything. You can keep your IP safe. You don't need to worry about whether I will get banned or can I scrape this much or not. But the con in being is like you are unable to make unlimited scrapes unless you keep on buying more credits or your limits resets every month. And also the speed is dependent on their server. So if their servers are really fast, you will get results instantly. You can check it out yourself whether that is good enough for you. But again, the enrichment data also cost money. That is understandable. They are unable to provide that it free of charge, because they will have to pay several services or third-party API, I believe, to verify that data. For example, this is a really good software to scrape Google business listing, and if you are interested in it, I will leave a link in the description. You can check it out. And if you like to see more videos like this, please do subscribe in the channel, because I create videos specifically for digital marketing education for entrepreneurs. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in another great video. Cheers.